Great morning and welcome to the Coach Show, where women, life and business coaches come to be educated, equipped, and empowered to coach with confidence and lead with transformational power. Join me, Coach P, right here on the Life and Business Coach campus every Monday at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time to package your brilliance, optimize your performance, and bring harmony to your life.
Well, great morning. Equipped, empowered, poised in position to move those who are ready to move is my ultimate mission. I wake up every day with a smile on my face, determined to make a difference in my assigned place. You see, my purpose, my passion, and my focus is to take you from where you are to where you want to be. So come on in here. Come on in here on this Monday morning. Can y'all believe it's already April 25th at that? We're almost into May, almost to the halfway point of this year. So come on in here. Hello. Say hello to me. If you're joining in this morning, go ahead and type your name in chat and I will greet you. So thank you for being here this morning. And this is the Coach Show. And the Coach Show is sponsored by the Life and Business Coach Campus. And we are a body of women who are powerhouse women in motion. The movement has begun. So ladies, sorry guys, it's just for us ladies. So ladies, if you are an aspiring coach, if you are a coach, come on over and join us at the Powerhouse Life and Business Coach Campus. Okay, so you can find that on Facebook and come on in here and join us. So today I wanted to talk to you about the actual coaching agreement. So if you don't have an agreement or you want to look at refining your coaching agreement, then this show is for you. Okay, this show is for you. And so what is it that what is it that it takes for, what does it take for a great coaching agreement, effective coaching agreement? Okay, what does it take? First of all, I'd like to say that being a great coach, it definitely takes work, right? It takes so much more than just your coaching, just coaching your clients. Okay, we must make sure that the expectations have been set and that both parties agree upon the language in the agreement. Okay, so even before they pay for your services, you want them to sign an agreement. All right, so I want to say hello to someone this morning. Someone's great morning. Good morning to you. Please type your name in chat for me so that I can see in comments who you are. So thank you so much for saying good morning to me. I appreciate that. Thank you for being here this morning. Please like, share, and start a watch party. Okay. So we're talking about agreements this morning and the critical elements of agreement. So I'm going to share with you 12 different aspects of an effective coaching agreement. Okay. Again, it's so much more than just coaching. Just, okay, I'm going to do my discovery session and then I'm just going to go right into coaching. They're going to pay me and then I'm going to start coaching them. No, there's some steps that must be taken. There's some systems that really should be followed to make sure that it's a beneficial arrangement for both of you, that it's mutually beneficial, and that the client is going to get the best of you, and that they're going to get the best of themselves and for you, so that you can coach them and help them with their issues that they're having, or the problems, the pains that they're having, and you want to help them excel in problems, pains, and or desires that they have in their lives. Okay, so you can focus on that. All right, so hello, who else is saying good morning? Meredith Ward, hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello. I'm so glad you're here. She said, this is such an important topic. I'd say getting a business attorney is a must when it comes to putting together an agreement. You are so on point. You're so on point. So I do need to give a disclaimer, if you will, this morning. I am not an attorney. I'm definitely not an attorney. However, I've been coaching for 11 years, and I do have an attorney. And my attorney, actually, I have several attorneys that I can call upon through Legal Shield. Okay, so I joined Legal Shield 11 years ago. Thank you so much for bringing that up, Meredith. And Meredith has her own coaching business as well, and she is a powerhouse. definitely a powerhouse woman in motion. And so if you are looking to transition out of your careers and starting a business, she did it. She did it successfully. And so she has an HR background. She's just totally, totally phenomenal. So Meredith Ward, Coach Meredith is her name. And so thank you for being here today. So I am going to, again, share the 12 areas. Alicia Verdun, she's here. Wonderful. She is the Legal Shield guru. Okay. Hello there, Alicia. So glad you could join us this morning. So yes, yes, yes. And Alicia came on just in the nick of time that Meredith mentioned having an attorney is so important. But the great thing about Legal Shield, and of course, you can feel free to get your own attorney, however you choose to do it. But having an attorney is a critical member of the team. Okay, so I always talk about developing a success team, right? So in developing the success team, your legal, of course, you want your financial, your accountant, your CPA on board, but you also want to have a legal team, not just an attorney, but a legal team. And you need to be able to call on that legal team for any of your needs, whether, and I'll be honest and say personal or business, because I have utilized my Legal Shield services, and Miss Alicia Verdun is my mentor as it relates to Legal Shield, and she is an executive with a Legal Shield. And so she signed me up 11 years ago, and I'm so grateful to her for signing me up, because I have used my Legal Shield account for my own personal business uh, and my personal business and my business. Okay. So I just wanted to share that with you. If you're interested in Legal Shield, let me know. Just say interested in Legal Shield, or just put Legal Shield in comments, and I will make sure that I connect you with Alicia. She is absolutely fabulous. Okay. Absolutely fabulous. And so she says, my pleasure. Thank you so much once again. So let's just dive right on in. I'm going to give you the 12 areas that you want to make sure that you address in your coaching agreement. Okay. And if you become a part of the Coach with Confidence online program that's launching in May, you actually get the templates to create your own agreement. Okay. And these agreements, again, have gone through attorneys and so forth. And so I'm going to give you the 12 areas. Okay, so the first thing you want to have is, of course, who is the agreement between? All right, who are you going to be coaching? So you want to make sure that the names are specified on the coaching agreement or in the coaching agreement. Okay. The next thing that you want to do is outline responsibilities, the responsibilities of the coach and the client, being very, very specific, very specific as relates to what you do. Okay. So we're not therapists as coaches. And so we must make sure that they understand that we are not therapists. All right. So we've got to spell that out in the agreement. And if you adhere to any type of association, such as the International Coach Federation, or you follow another body, supporting body, then you follow their ethics, then you may want to go ahead and name them in the framework of the agreement. Okay, so you want to go ahead and say, the coaching practice adheres to the ethics of the International Coach Federation, or whatever the case may be. Okay, so you want to make sure that you have that in there, and you want to make sure that the client agrees to what you're asking of them, and that is to be present. All right. So we want to make sure that they're present to get the most out of their sessions. We want to make sure that they come with their full selves, right? Because it makes no sense to invest money and not be there for the ROI and not invest in that ROI. Their ROI is going to be part you, but then majority them. Okay. Them showing up and them playing full out. Okay. So you want to make sure that you specify that in the agreement. The next thing that you want to do is, of course, give the logistics. How is it going to happen? Where are the sessions going to take place? And what are the terms? What's the length of the agreement? Okay. Is it a 4-week agreement? Is it a one-time agreement? Is it, one session? Is it 3 months? Is it 6 months? Is it 1 year? So you want to specify the time frame. And then also where's it going to take place? Are you going to do, is it going to be a face-to-face? Is it going to be, via Zoom? Is it going to be a phone call? Exactly how is it going to take place? We want to make sure that we specify that in the agreement. Okay. And how to reach you, in addition, how to reach you outside of business hours. Okay. Making sure that they understand, you coach maybe once a week, say 60 minutes, 90 minutes, specify that time frame of how long you will coach them during that session. But then also, if they need to reach you outside of that, okay, we want to make sure that we specify, how they're going to how they should contact you. Okay. Is it going to be via email? Can they call you? Do you have certain hours? We want to make sure that we specify that. All right. The next thing that we want to do is include the schedule of fees. So, are they going to need to pay you in full, or is there a payment arrangement? So if there's a payment arrangement, then we want to make sure that we specify that in the agreement. And this happens, of course, in the discovery session, right? So in the discovery session, you've talked through, you've identified exactly where they are, and then you've identified where they want to be. All right, in that discovery session, those are two critical areas: where they are and then where they want to be. And then once you do that, then you present your coaching sessions and your package or whatever you have available to serve them. And then you determine, are they going to pay you in full, or are they going to make payments? So if they are, you want to specify that in the agreement. Okay. So that is the schedule of fees. You got to make sure that that is in there. The next thing that you want to include, if you have them, if you have assessment tools that you use. For instance, I am a certified DISC behavior assessment consultant. And so I utilize that tool along with a plethora of tools. And so I actually include it as an addendum in our agreement. Okay. So it's an addendum because I outline the different tools that they have available to them that are actually a part of the sessions, depending on which package they want, or as additional services. Okay, so if there are additional services, then you want to let them know that there will be an additional cost involved. So you want to spell that out in the agreement. Okay, that's the assessment tools. I'm not sure which number this is, but I said I'm going to give to you 12 different sections of the agreement. Okay. So the next is your session protocol and your procedures. Okay. How will the sessions be conducted? What's the cadence? How often, again, how often you're meeting, but also how are the sessions going to be conducted? Is there a certain framework that you follow every single week so that the client knows what to expect? Okay, from moment to moment. So, you may have an area where your cadence goes something like, you share the successes from the previous week. You share what they're grateful for. Okay, so you might be grateful, the successes from the week, challenges that they've had from the week, areas that they're stuck on and they need help in, and their intentions for the following week. Okay, so I've given you some basic framework for a cadence. That's the cadence of the actual session. Okay, so you want to make sure that you have some consistency there so that your client knows what to expect from moment to moment. All right, so that they're prepared. So you want to you want to set them up, right, for success. All right, set them up for success. We have a comment here. Let's see. You are at 8. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Alicia. She is so awesome. At 8, awesome. And so again, we want to, establish that cadence, right? And make sure that both of us understand what's going to be happening from moment to moment, and setting the expectations. The other thing that it does is it establishes accountability with your client. So they know that they're going to have to come with some successes. They know that they're going to have to come with a follow-up on the intentions from the previous week. They set the intention. Okay, you coach them through. Okay, so based on what you've done this week, now based on what our overall plan is in the next 3 months, are we on target? So it's your job as the coach to keep them on target and to coach them through that process of achieving whatever goal they've set out for. Okay. And we want to look at benchmarks. We want to set milestones so that we can have something to measure our progress by. Okay. So metrics are very, very important. So it's very important that you explain that in the framework of the coaching agreement. Okay. And so we want to have the session protocol and the procedures. I guess this would be number 9. Thank you so much for this, Miss Alicia. It's confidentiality. Your client connects with you. Your client is trusting in you, right? And we want to make sure that we help them understand out the gate. And I established this during the discovery session, right? That what they share with us is kind of like what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Well, what happens in your coaching sessions should stay within the framework of your coaching session. And then if you are, say, a part of a mastermind or another body that you of colleagues, right, where you share and you grow, right? It's an organization or a body of people, a mastermind that you learn to grow. For instance, I have a mastermind colleague, and we meet every Friday. And there are times that we do share not the client's name, but it may be a situation whereby we help each other. Now, she's in a totally different industry, but we talk about our businesses. We talk about what we need to do to become better. Okay. So it's important that in your agreement that you explain that you don't give their information, but it may be a lesson learned from working with them that you share. Okay. So it's important that we explain to them what that means in terms of being confidential. All right. And so that's confidentiality. And then I believe this is number 10, the release of information. Okay. So it's important that they know that their information is protected by you. Now, if there are going to be other legal issues involved, or I should say if your client shares with you something that is or could be have more legal ramifications, then you need to spell that out in the agreement. Meaning, if an attorney contacts you, right, you have to abide by the law. You're not going to break the law for anyone, right? And so we want to make sure that we spell that out in the agreement in terms of their release of information. So if a detective shows up at your doorstep and says, "Hey, I understand you've been coaching with Jane Doe, and then Jane Doe has an issue, a legal issue, well, we need to review your records," or whatever the case might be. Okay, so hopefully that never happens, but we need to spell that out in the agreement. All right, so that's the release of information. And then I'm not sure where we are, Alicia, cancellation policy. Cancellation policy would be the next. Okay, so we want to make sure that we have a cancellation policy just in case the client decides to cancel for whatever reason, or even if you have to cancel, if an emergency comes up, what is the cancellation going to be if you can't meet during the specified time? All right. What is the follow-up procedure for that? All right. Awesome. 11. Okay. Maybe I counted more than that. Okay. Thank you so much, Alicia. She says I'm at 11. All right. So I've got a few more. So maybe I had a few more than 12, I guess, huh? So that's cancellation policy. The next is the refund and termination policy. So we've got to make sure that, the goal is to have a mutually beneficial coaching relationship, right? That's the goal. But sometimes it just doesn't work out. The client, for whatever reason, decides that you're not the coach for them, or they can't continue the coaching sessions for whatever reason, or you can't continue to coach with the client for whatever reason. All right. We have to have a refund and termination policy in place. What are you going to do? Are you going to refund the remainder if they've paid in full? Are you just going to cancel the arrangement, or what is it that you are going to do? So you've got to make some decisions and then put that in writing. The next area that we want to, and this is I have two more. So this is limited liability statement, the limited liability statement. So the limited liability statement is basically, there are no guarantees, right? There are no guarantees if a person comes to you and coaches with you, you coach with them, and they set out to do XYZ, and it doesn't happen with the framework of the coaching sessions. We don't want to say, I will guarantee you. Okay. What we can guarantee is that we're going to be there for them. We can guarantee that, right? But they've got to show up for themselves, and they've got to be ready to roll up their sleeves and go to work. So we want to make sure that there's a limited liability statement included. And then last but not least, we got to make sure that there's signatures and dates on the agreement. All right. So I have given to you, I believe it's more than 12, actually, based on our count, Miss Alicia, more than 12, but I will go down the list. How about that? So just to recap, what do you want to have in your effective coaching agreement? You want to make sure that the names are specified on the agreement. You want to outline the responsibilities of the coach and the client. You want to make sure there's logistics. There's a schedule of fees. How are they going to pay you? Is it in full? Is it payments? How's that going to happen? It's going to be an automatic withdrawal, or they're going to actually go and make the payment on a specified date. You want to make sure you include any assessment tools, your session protocol and procedures, confidentiality statements, release of information clause, a cancellation policy, refund and termination policy, a limited liability statement, and your signatures and dates. All right. So we're going to make sure we include all of that. Thank you so much, Miss Alicia. She says it's 14, for keeping us on task. We really appreciate that. Thank you so much. And I want to invite each of you to join us for the nuts and bolts of coaching growth, how to turn your expertise and passion into a profitable coaching program. Okay, it's going to help you identify your ideal clients. It's going to help you package your brilliance, and it's going to help you really understand the key ingredients to becoming a successful coach. So if you have enjoyed today, I want to invite you back. I want to invite you back next Monday, but we're moving to 12 on next Monday. So I want to make sure that you know that we're moving to 12 p.m. next Monday and every Monday thereafter. Join us this Thursday at 7 p.m. It is free. So say it with me. If it's free, it's for me. If it's free, it is for me, right? So I want to invite you to join me this Thursday. So if you're interested, type interested, and I will send you the link to sign up to attend the Nuts and Bolts of Coaching Growth Masterclass. So again, I thank you for being here today. And Alicia, thank you so much. She says, awesome nuggets. Awesome. Thank you for joining us, Alicia. Thank you for being the assistant today and sharing with us. Definitely. Thank you. Thank you, Alicia. I will send you the link to get registered. Thank you so much. And please invite other coaches to the session, okay, to the session this Thursday. So everyone, make it a great Monday. Have a wonderful week. God bless you all. I had a question. Question popped in. Alicia says, is it 12 Central? Yes, 12 Central. I've got to remember that because I think you're on Eastern time, Alicia. So yes, 12 Central next Monday. 12 Central, the Coach Show, 12 Central on next Monday. Okay. And as I always say, your success is truly my success. And I'll see you next Monday.